Hello and welcome, beautiful soul. This is Amora Satyara, and you are listening to Daily Whispers from Spirit, a sacred space where we receive gentle transmissions of guidance to help us align with higher love, clarity, and truth. Each whisper includes a channeled message, a reflective exploration, journal prompts, action steps, affirmations, and a closing blessing. Together, they form a daily rhythm of awakening and remembrance, a spiritual practice to bring us back to the remembrance of that which we truly are. So let us now begin by taking a nice deep breath in, breathing in, hold, and exhale slowly, softening into your heart space. And now, open to receive today's whisper. It is perfectly natural to pull back, to rest, and prepare for forward movement. Contraction is part of the expansion. It is a positioning of focus to propel the force forward, results in the releasing of energy to expansion. Only when one actually makes the statement within to reach for higher thought does this create the push for the farther reaching energies to contact the higher frequencies of expanded thought. To sit within the field of lower vibrating frequencies places one in reach of only the corresponding thought waves. These waves are moving particles of charged energy, which vibrate to a particular frequency range, thus attracting like energies to ever increase in force. The more attraction, the more reaction. So the field expands in corresponding likeness. Today's whisper reminds us that contraction is not something to resist. It is an essential part of our expansion. Just as an inhale follows an exhale, the tide recedes before it rises again, your soul, too, follows this rhythm. When you feel the urge to withdraw, to pause, to reflect, it may be that your spirit is gathering strength. You are preparing for a deeper leap forward. But the energy you surround yourself with matters. When you sit within lower thought patterns, you remain tuned to that field. When you reach for the elevated thought, you raise your vibration, and that signal attracts a corresponding expansion. You are the steward of your inner frequency. Choose to rest, not in fear, but in alignment. What a beautiful message this morning. Let's breathe that in. Choose to rest, not in fear, but in alignment. So many of us get so jammed up when it comes to resting because we feel we're not of value when we're not producing something. We need to be resting. Even some feel guilty about resting. But our body lets us know, if we listen, what it needs, when it's time to step into action, when it's time to sit in contemplation, when it's time to just relax, just take a walk in nature, ground ourselves. Our body lets us know. And when we override the calling, that's when we wind up with exhaustion. That's when we wind up depleted. Because we overrode the call to rest, to step back, to allow the contraction so that in the next breath we can move forward in expansion, the natural ebb and flow of life. Let us now flow gently to the journal prompts for today. There are 4 prompts. These prompts are suggestions. They're helping to ask the deeper questions within. So it brings to our conscious awareness where we are, what's going on inside. So you may answer 1, 2, 3, or all 4. It's up to you, whatever you're in resonance with. The first journal prompt: where in my life am I experiencing contraction right now? Where in my life am I experiencing contraction right now? Ask yourself that question. Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. What comes to your mind? Record it either in a journal or just within your mind. Make note of. This brings awareness. Next question: how can I honor this pause as sacred preparation? How can I honor this pause as sacred preparation? How might you honor this cause as a sacred preparation? Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. What comes up for you? Next prompt: what thought patterns have I been aligning with lately? What thought patterns have I been aligning with lately? Notice what you notice. Feel what you feel. And the final prompt for today: what does reaching for higher thought feel like in my body? What does reaching for higher thought feel like in my body? Not my mind, my body. What does it feel like in my body? Is my body wanting to move? What does my body feel like as I reach for higher thought? And now we move on to the action steps for today's daily message. Once again, there are 4. You may do 1 or you may do all of them, whichever resonates with you. This is taking action on what you are remembering about that which you are in truth. Then I choose the word remembering rather than say what you are learning. Because in actuality, you're relearning, you're remembering. You're bringing to your awareness here in this life. Remembering the truth of that which you are, step by step, day by day. First action step: sit in stillness. Place one hand on your heart and say, I trust the timing of my soul. I trust the timing of my soul. Isn't that freeing? I trust. I move within the trust of the timing of my soul. I allow. Next action step. Name one limiting thought and lovingly replace it with a higher one. Name one limiting thought and lovingly replace it with a higher one. So recognize the thought that you have that is limiting and simply replace it with a higher thought. Next action step. Visualize expansion. See your energy field stretching outward, filled with clarity and light. See your energy field stretching outward, filled with clarity and light. Next action step. Speak aloud the following. Contraction prepares me for my next becoming. Contraction prepares me for my next becoming. And that completes our action steps for today as we move on to the affirmations. I will repeat each affirmation 3 times. And when you say them yourself, whether with me now or whether you listen to the recording and repeat them again, say them 3 times with conviction. First affirmation. I honor contraction as sacred preparation. I honor contraction as sacred preparation. I honor contraction as sacred preparation. Next affirmation. My vibration is shaped by the thoughts I choose. My vibration is shaped by the thoughts I choose. My vibration is shaped by the thoughts I choose. Next affirmation. I trust the cycles of inner rest and outer growth. I trust the cycles of inner rest and outer growth. I trust the cycles of inner rest and outer growth. And the final affirmation for today. I am aligned with the frequencies of divine expansion. I am aligned with the frequencies of divine expansion. I am aligned with the frequencies of divine expansion. And that brings us to our closing prayer for today. May you know the beauty of sacred pause. May the stillness become your sanctuary and the silence your guide. May every contraction give rise to greater clarity, and every thought lift you into communion with your highest self. You are the wave, the breath, the becoming. And so it is. It is done. Thank you for joining me this day for the Daily Whispers from Spirit. Until tomorrow, may you go in peace, surrounded by love and filled with abundant joy. Bye-bye.